G'day my friends, Marty Ware here from martysgarden.com.au. Welcome to another video. I'm about to do my first harvest from the stylish maize worm farm. Be interesting to see just how good these castings come out and exactly how much I'm gonna get. Marty's Garden is all about compost worms, composting, farming worms indoors and out, and growing some of the most awesome food around. You can learn how by clicking the subscribe button and hitting the bell so you don't miss any of my videos.
Welcome world to the Marty's Garden Show.
So I've got 4 maize worm farms, but this is the one we're going to harvest the bottom tray. And it's pretty exciting because it's well overdone. It's over 3 months now, and generally you harvest around about every 12 weeks. So what I've got to do is lift the top tray off and then get into the bottom tray and check out the worm castings, how good they are, and what quality we're going to give them a score. I reckon that's a good idea. You guys can help give me a score too. So I've got to get the wheelbarrow over here and bring this over. And we're going to muck around with the light a little bit. I've got Karen on camera. And the first tray will have to come off and just sit there. It's got worms underneath it. Actually, let's have a look underneath here. Is there any worms hanging under there, Karen?
Just a little bit.
Just a few. They would have bolted up pretty quick. And so, my favourite colour, green. And here we go. Look at this. Heap of worm castings ready to go. I'll put the top tray back on top like that, and then have a look under here as well. You can see they've been moving around in there, and that just all fell out. So that was perfect. Scoop a bit out from inside here. No gloves today. I don't mind getting my hands messy in this type of stuff. There's nothing anaerobic, no bad germs or anything in this type of material. And we're going to go through here and we'll talk about the castings and how you can tell a very good casting, because actually if we bring, now there's a few flies hanging around in here. Karen, you've got to keep the hold of that camera nice and still, darling.
I'm trying.
Because the flies have been out before the rain. And the mozzies too.
The mosquitoes are worse then.
Yeah, the mosquitoes are worse. So we're just going to do a quick video today and give you a look. There's still some material that's fallen through from the top part, and that's why they must be going down the bottom still to feed. But that was actually like in the bottom of the worm farm. And so we're going to grab some of this material that's done, and we're going to squash it, check it. Has it got that clay permeable look to it? Look at that. You can shape that into a ball. Perfect. It's just like Play-Doh. Look, look. Gotta love it. No? It's a beauty, isn't it? So we'll go through here and have a look. You can see some material actually wasn't eaten. There's not really, that's a cocoon there. But 99% of it's pretty much done. It could have went just a tiny little bit further, which is surprising to me. Now, this bedding that you're looking at come with the maize worms, Karen. And my daughter's not talking back to me. She's on the back of the camera there. She didn't even know that I said something to her, did you?
No.
So if you can point the camera at me, that would be really good. We'll hold that up there like that and put that in. So there's worms all through here. So what I've got to do is I'm going to have to pile it all up, let the worms go to the bottom, and then I'll catch them all and come back and get this material. So I can see, actually, I thought it was all done. There's a bit of plastic come out of some cardboard or something there. I thought this was all done, but there is still some fibrous material. And this comes from the worms. When you buy your compost worms from maize, this is the bedding that comes with it. And there's probably close to around about, I would say, 7 to 10 litres in here. And to be honest, I think that is not ready, and that could go a little bit further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the tray, because I want to cast them. I want to grab them when it's like that, and it's not all like that. I can still feel a bit of material still in there. So I'm going to grab that tray that I've lost over here, And while we're doing that, I'll give you a look at the bottom of the maize worm farm. Nice big holes, lots of area for the water to drain through, the air to go through, and also the worms to go up and down. So what I found is there's actually parts of this, that are ready in parts, and I know I've said that a few times. So we're going to put this back. That's really interesting. So it means what I've got to do is I've got to check in the other worm farms, and I thought they were ready too. So it could be a little bit longer yet. And the reason being is because I put 2 trays on fairly quickly, and I would say that's why that tray isn't fully finished, because there's 2 trays and they're moving up and down and feeding in 2 areas. So there's around about 1,000 worms in this whole farm, and because it's a smaller farm, I thought that would be the way to go. And actually it is probably a pretty good way to go, because when you don't have too many, they're not competing for food and trying to escape. I haven't found any really trying to escape out of this system at all. And what I'll do is I'll move it back over to the worm farm. Actually, Karen can bring the camera over here. We're sort of vlogging today. She's doing a good job because she's not feeling very well today, so she's home from school, and she's a great help. So I'm just going to grab this here now, move this back across. We've got our carpenter builder across the road with the drop saw, whether we can hear that or not on the camera. Hopefully we can't, and we will put that back. So it goes to show, if you want to get things much faster, don't put 2 trays on top. Wait until the first tray is nearly finished, probably about the same amount to it is now. Put the next tray up and let them migrate up, and then they'll come back and down, and you'll have maybe another 2 or 3 weeks and it'll be ready to go. So I think I might have rushed that too quickly, but I've never worked with such a small worm farm like this, and I really thought they were ready. They looked ready to me. But the castings on top, they were actually making that nice smooth surface where you get that clay look, and that's basically what was happening. All right, so I believe there was a really good lesson learned there. I could have swore that those castings were ready. Whenever I pulled that top section off, there was that perfect smear, that clay look, shiny surface. I just didn't get my hands in there and dig in to feel if there was any gritty material. And as I pulled it out and could feel through it, I could really feel it in my hands. And I think if you had gloves on, you may not feel that material. And if you grab those castings and were to use them, you wouldn't be getting as much value out of them as you could have, because the worms are still eating through it. I reckon it's got another 2 or 3 weeks to go, easy. So you learn as you go, and that's one beautiful thing about gardening, farming worms, and all that really cool stuff like homesteading, the whole lot. You just got to absolutely love nature, because we learn each and every day. So I wanted to share that with you today. That was our vlog. I've done over 600 videos now, which is just absolutely amazing. Plenty of worm farm videos and different types of gardening tutorials all through there. So please have a scan through my channel. You will find plenty of amazing content in there. And some of it's not so good, some of it's great, some of it's, average. But I keep on producing and enjoying bringing this content out to you. If you've got any questions about the maize worm farm, my experience with it, the castings that come out, or something you'd just like to share, down below in the comments, please let me know. Give us a big thumbs up for the vlog. Might help Karen to feel a bit happier too, because she's feeling a bit down today. Anyway, here comes a flexi hand, because I'm about to say goodbye. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and if you haven't already yet, click that bell button so you don't miss any of the show.
I came from the mud.
Here it comes.
There's dirt on my hands.
Bye.
Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law.